Well, the big news of the day would be China protesting. These people never protest. They have a zero case lockdown. So if they have any type of cases in the area, they lock down the whole area. And people are tired. When you have nothing left to lose, in some of these situations, these people are starving to death. They're being locked inside their apartments. When you have nothing left to lose, then you act out. Then you see this type of acting out. And this is what I've been saying. It's not going to happen here anytime soon because people have their basic necessities and people are comfortable here in America. So people will put up with certain things that happen in elections, certain corruptions. People like FTX stealing from people and nothing happening to them. Politicians stealing from people, nothing happening to them. Them breaking the laws with insider trading, nothing happening to them. But people will put up with this because they're comfortable. They're not going to protest. It's like when you literally have nothing left to lose. When you're a single man, you don't have a family, you don't have a wife, you have literally nothing. You don't care. You don't care if you live or die. That's when people will revolt. That's what you're seeing happen in China. And these people never act out like that. Never. And you won't see this happen in America anytime soon. At all. People are just too comfortable. They feel like they got too much to lose, so they're not going to act out. And they want to try to keep things as normal as possible. Act like everything's okay. Act like there's not a downward spiral. Act like the futures of our country, the future generations are going to inherit something special. Just completely ignore, live in a bubble. That's what people do. That's what people do. You know, I don't have any of my lyrics online, right? I got my songs online. I probably created like 45 songs or so. And I decided I'm going to write a book. I'm going to put my lyrics in a book. And I'm going to put poems in a book. And this, I was watching a Jim Morrison video talking about him, and I can relate to him a lot of different ways. Lack of knowing who your identity is, changing your identity, not feeling comfortable ever in your skin. I relate to that completely. I guess he has a poem book out there, and I decided to do it to myself. I'm gonna make it free when it comes out, and I'm definitely gonna make a video especially for that occasion when it becomes published. But I was looking over, listening to my songs. I got these journals. I could barely even read my own fucking writing. But I thought it'd be a cool idea for me to do that, to get the stuff out there. And I might copy and paste and go to like a lyric website, and my lyrics will be when you go to Spotify, my lyrics that go along with the song. I do everything myself, okay? When you're a creative person and you're doing all the different things that I'm doing, you're gonna lack in some areas. Like me not having my lyrics on the internet. I have so much opportunity to put my lyrics on the internet and I just haven't. Some of it's laziness. Yeah, I just don't want to fucking do it. It's work. It's boring. I already worked my ass off, man. So for me to have any type of creative juice after working my ass off is and not only that, for me to continue to create and not only am I putting myself out here, right? I'm putting myself out here for future relationships to be, I might find, it's just like a woman being on OnlyFans, right? A man finds the woman of his dreams, or the woman finds the man of her dreams, and then he finds out she was on OnlyFans or some degrading, self-degrading TikTok she did, and he just says, I'm out. That's the same type of stuff I talked about. Well, some of the stuff I've talked about with women on my videos or songs I've created could possibly I find the woman of my dreams in the future. Checks a lot of the boxes. And then she finds that out and says, see ya. Same with the future employer. Same with the employer I currently have. I don't get any type of revenue for this. All the money I made last year on my music went directly to the website that publishes my music, and so it cost me. I think they charged $60 or something for the whole year, so I kept all the royalties. But I can put out a song or as many songs as I want, and many albums as I want. Well, now that I don't pay, they keep 10% of my royalties, and I can only put out like once a month or something like that. And I haven't been putting out shit, so I decided not to renew my contract. I guess a fucking yearly contract. Because last year I basically generated $52 in revenue for my music, because no one listens to it really. And one of my songs, Let's Go Brandon, is my best song. My most popular song. It's in some type of rotation, I believe. That's the only reason that I get any type of listens. It's really hard unless somebody comes along and listens to something that I've created, and either which I have no problem with it. I have no problem with somebody taking my song, one of my creations, and then either making their own creation out of it, or mixing it, sampling it. I got no problem with that. I don't care about that, because I don't like the fucking copyright bullshit. I should be allowed to create whatever I want, whatever's out there. Especially the popular songs, you know what I mean? Songs that are famous, you should be able to just use whatever you want. Unless it's something illegal when it comes to little kids or something, you know what I'm talking about. like somebody making videos or whatever, and they put music like that on there. Because that's illegal content anyway. But it's like if I'm making some like dog video or whatever, compilation, or one of my videos where I add music just to add some type of background noise, there should be no damn copyrights wherever the fuck I put it. There should be something where, you know, if it generates fucking views, that they get something for it, for sure. Because that's, you know, some of their content. But, you know, this whole copyright, like, take it down, YouTube, take it down, flag it. It's just fucking dumb, man. But I put myself out there, you know. I could potentially be homeless in the future because of me doing this. Me expressing my views. Lose my jobs and potentially never be able to get a job again because some of the stuff I'm saying, even though it might not be the most controversial thing, like I'm not saying anything like really crazy, I'm just, some people might think it is, but it goes against the fucking mainstream narrative. But I put myself out there, and what I've come to realize is, in this life, I'll probably never achieve financial comfort, financial freedom, any fucking littlest dream I've had will not fucking happen. I'll never get a bunch of clout. I'll never get a bunch of status. I'll never, even though I relate to people like Jim Morrison and Kurt Cobain, and people like that, and I feel like I should have more opportunity and more distribution and notoriety. But I realize that's just not going to happen in this life. It's not going to happen for me. If it ever does happen, it will probably be after I'm dead. Yeah, I think that in the future, I think creativity is going to be a scarcity. I can see it. I can see the creativity. If you just look at music, just taking music, the explosion of the rock music from blues back in, you know, the 50s and 60s, and you can see the evolution of rock all the way up until probably 2005, 2010. I don't know, I really stopped paying attention around then, and there really hasn't been anything that's has come out that's had anything besides rap. Rap has been like dominant. Rap has been king. Pop music for sure, it's always up there because that's the record companies, they distribute that. They market it. For me, you know, I don't make all of my own music. I don't make the drums. I don't make the guitar lines. A couple I did. The recording thing that I wanted to start using guitars, my real guitar, my own riffs for my music, but the thing I bought is not working for whatever reason. It did, you know, I put, my guitars are in that song I did cover with Tom McDonald's song, something woke, whatever. I forgot. This is why I can't debate. Another, I was thinking about jumping in some like debate streams on TikTok, and I thought to myself, man, I'll get annihilated. I just can't. I don't have that good of a memory, man. I'm not a good debater, so it's kind of dumb. It's better for me to take information, weigh it against experiences I've had, and then just bleh, spit it out. Spit it out what I think. But back to my music. I mix it all, man. So I write the lyrics, unless I cover a song. I write the lyrics. I take different noises I like, beats, whatever, mix it together. I use my phone. I use my phone, an app on my phone, an Xbox gaming mic. No soundproof rooms or nothing. I don't have anything fancy. I'm doing it all on my own. I do everything on my own. The skits I make up, it doesn't take much effort, but still, like, you have, in the future, you're not gonna, I think it's gonna be, I think you're not gonna, I think you're gonna see a scarcity of creativity because people are always, and you can see it right now, and I can see it in myself, where you don't have any time to be bored, and that's where a lot of creativity comes from. People are always being entertained. And I get to see the complete lack of creativity nowadays. I can really see it. There's a lot of creative people, and when you put the way we have nowadays, where you can distribute things yourself instead of having to worry about record companies or movie companies, when you can distribute things yourself, like the common person has the opportunity to be creative and distribute it. And the first, when I seen this, it was called America's Funniest Home Videos, where it was like raw material in the field of funny things. It could be, whatever. America's Funniest Home Videos. That was a pioneer to what's now, where we can distribute things ourselves. I don't even need. I can come up with a song, and I don't even need to use a record company to distribute my music. I mean, it's not gonna be on Spotify or nothing, but I can just put it up on YouTube. Like my song, the one I just put out, Between the Cracks, My Life. It's a combination of two different songs I made. But that original song that I just put out a couple days ago, that song I actually did create 23 years ago. And there's a different version I put on, that's on Spotify, Between the Cracks, where it has the same lyrics, but it has similar guitars and stuff, but there's different sounds in there with beats and shit. It's very similar, but you know what I'm saying? I can just use a TikTok. I don't really, I don't need to use a company. Now my stuff's official, right? Like, it's all over everything. That's what makes it's like it's officially out there. You can find it in my music anywhere if you just search my name. And I'll probably end up going away from enslaved ones. And the reason why I used that was kind of from the stuff I say, for the stuff I talk about, I kind of wanted to use that as a brand for sure, because like I am a voice from the enslaved. We are enslaved financially, especially like people at my economic class, economic level. We are pretty much enslaved either with our own desires or whatever, monetized. Definitely money has enslaved us. But that goes across the board with enslaving. People are enslaved by money on all different types of classes, all different levels, even the higher up. Even if they're at the top, they're like in control, like, so they're enslaved by money by being empowered. It's just power. That's all it is. And for me, it's a feeling of lack of power. So the reason why I went with the name Enslaved Ones was to be a representative of the people who are at my level that don't really have a voice. Not to say that I have a fucking voice. That was the goal, so I can, be a voice for people at my level. But I can't beat the algorithm. I just can't. I'll never beat the algorithm because I can't just talk about one thing. I can't just make my music about one thing. I can't just have one genre. My music is just one genre. I am too all over the place. And I can't just narrow it down to one thing. I can't just make a channel about economics or society or crypto or whatever, because I'll have like 100 different channels. But the reason why I use the name Enslaved Ones is because if I did get some type of notoriety, it kind of gives me a little bit of a shield from like people knowing my name and finding me. Eventually I'm gonna drop it and probably just go with my real name. It's not really hard to find my real name anyway. It really isn't if you read my book or go on my Instagram, because I've been so fucking lazy about switching that over. But it really doesn't matter anyway. It really don't fucking matter. Because the only people that will ever find my content will be if I share any of it with the people I work with. Having my name out there, having an employer search my name and finding my content, then they might not want to hire me. That's another reason why I used Enslaved Ones. And my kids are about to be raised, and I'm just going to get to a point where I just don't care. I just don't care. Especially since can't get no kids to work. I don't know, man. I don't know where we're going, dude. I don't know. I kind of wanted to stop making these videos. I kind of really ran out of things to talk about. I'm just regurgitating the same shit. But I think it's important, And I did want to emphasize the book that I do come out with that has my lyrics and poems. It's gonna be free on Amazon Kindle, so. And I was kind of upset that my family hasn't really supported my endeavors online, but I don't blame them. I guess it's embarrassing. So it is what it is. I wanted to talk about more, but I have to get in here to work.